Right now, while you're watching this, something is happening inside your brain that most doctors never explain to you. And if you don't know about it, it could be quietly working against you every single night. I'm Dr. Michael, and here on Senior Health Course, we're going to break down exactly what's going on inside your head while you sleep. Stay with me, because this changes how you'll think about your next bedtime. Here's the strange part. Your brain does not turn off when you sleep. It gets busier than almost any other time of day. And what it's doing in those hours might decide how sharp your memory stays for the next 20 years. Let me explain. Every day your brain works hard, thinking, remembering, making decisions. And just like any hard-working organ, it creates waste, leftover material, byproducts you can't see or feel. Now, here's the part that surprises people. There is a system inside your brain, almost like a cleaning crew, that only turns on when you fall into deep sleep. Scientists call it the brain's own washing system. And research shows it can clear out waste almost twice as fast during deep sleep compared to when you're awake. Twice as fast. So, think about that for a second. If you're cutting your sleep short, you're cutting the cleaning time short too. And some of that leftover waste, researchers have linked it to the same proteins found in people with memory decline later in life. Now, before you panic, listen carefully, because this is where most videos get it wrong. This does not mean one bad night ruins your brain forever. In fact, some studies on people who missed an entire night of sleep found their test scores the next day barely changed. So, if you tossed and turned last night, take a breath. You are not doomed, but here's the open question. If one night isn't the real danger, then what is? Stay with me. The real damage doesn't come from one night. It comes from something sneakier, something that builds up quietly, night after night, without you noticing. Doctors call it sleep debt. And the tricky part is, your body starts adjusting to feeling tired. You stop noticing the fog. You start thinking this is just what being 50, 60, 70 feels like. But it's not. While all this cleaning is happening, something else is going on at the same time. Your brain is also deciding which memories from your day are worth keeping forever. Yes, right now, tonight, your brain will quietly go through everything you learned today. Names, conversations, things you read, and decide what gets filed away for good. This happens through tiny electrical patterns, almost like your brain replaying moments from your day while you sleep. And here is the part that should really get your attention. If you cut that process short, those memories may never fully lock in. Not because your memory is failing you, but because it never got the chance to finish the job. Now, here's something almost nobody talks about. There's a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. It controls your judgment, your patience, your ability to stay calm. When sleep gets cut short, this part of the brain gets weaker, and another part, tied to fear and stress, gets louder. That's not a coincidence. That's why, after a bad night, small things feel bigger. Patience runs thinner. Emotions feel harder to control. It's not just in your head, it's measurable. So, what do you actually do with all this? Health researchers, including the CDC, point to one simple number: 7 hours or more, most nights, for most adults. Not perfect. Not a magic number that fixes everything overnight, but consistent enough to give your brain the time it needs to clean, sort, and repair. And here's something that might surprise you. The idea that older adults need less sleep, that's considered a myth by aging researchers. Your need for deep, quality sleep doesn't shrink with age. If anything, it matters more. So here's a question worth sitting with tonight. Not, did I sleep enough last night? But how many nights, back to back, has your brain been trying to clean up, sort your memories, and steady your emotions, without enough time to finish? Something to think about the next time you tell yourself you'll catch up on sleep later. This has been Senior Health Course. I'm Dr. Michael.